My FBI top bomb expert husband let our daughter die for his side chicks award. My husband, the FBI's legendary zero-failure bomb disposal expert, let our 24-year-old daughter burn alive. On purpose. All for his childhood sweetheart's Rookie of the Year trophy. I'm Sienna Cole. For 15 years, my husband Ethan Cole was the face of the FBI's Critical Incident Response Group, untouchable, unshakable, the man who once walked into a live bomb blast zone to save me. That man died the day our daughter Mia was kidnapped, strapped to a pressure-sensitive bomb in an abandoned warehouse. Ethan was first on scene. The best of the best. 15 years, 0 failed defusals. He intentionally cut the wrong red wire. Then he blocked every senior certified bomb tech from the site and called one person, Chloe Blake. His uncertified, fame-obsessed childhood best friend, who'd whined to him weeks prior, bomb disposal is so badass. I want to win the National Rookie of the Year award just like you did. Chloe stepped up to the bomb, scissors deliberately skewing the timer reset line. The countdown on the live feed dropped 60 full minutes. I screamed, dropping to my knees, begging Ethan to fix it, to save our daughter. He zipped up his toolkit, cold as steel. Quit being dramatic, Sienna. Chloe's signature move is a last-second save. We wait till the final 10 minutes. She gets the award, we get the headlines. Everyone wins. My blood turned to ice. This wasn't the man who'd held my hand 24 years prior, when I was 8 months pregnant with Mia, strapped to a modified bomb. Back then, he'd refused to leave, eyes bloodshot, voice breaking. If I can't defuse this, I'm staying right here with you both. I'm not afraid to die for my family. That man was gone. I called every certified bomb tech on the East Coast for help. Every single one refused. We can't cross Ethan Cole. He runs the entire program. We'll lose our jobs. I snapped, yelling that Chloe was operating without a licenses. Violating every FBI protocol, and that she'd shortened the timer on purpose. Ethan's response? He strapped a small trigger bomb to my ribs, holding the remote to my throat. 2 choices. You drop the complaint to the OPR, or I hit this detonator. We wait 24 hours, we bring Mia home. You don't get to ruin Chloe's shot. The clock ticked. 23:56:03. 23:56:02. Every second felt like a blade to my chest. On the monitor, Mia was huddled in the corner, catatonic with fear. Ethan didn't even glance at the screen. He smiled at Chloe, proud. This is the perfect training opportunity for you. You're gonna be the best in the business one day. That's when it hit me. He'd cut the wrong wire on purpose. He'd handed our daughter's life to his uncertified side chick for a trophy. I lunged for Chloe's throat. Ethan hit the detonator on my chest without hesitation. The blast was small, but shrapnel tore through my arms and face. I bled out on the concrete floor, and Ethan didn't even glance. At the screen, he smiled at Chloe, proud. This is the perfect training opportunity for you. You're gonna be the best in the business one day. That's when it hit me. He'd cut the wrong wire on purpose. He'd handed our daughter's life to his uncertified side chick for a trophy. I lunged for Chloe's throat. Ethan hit the detonator on my chest without hesitation. The blast was small, but shrapnel tore through my arms and face. I bled out on the concrete floor, and Ethan didn't even glance at me. He dove to cradle Chloe, who had a faint scratch on her cheek, panicking like she'd been mortally wounded. "You psycho," he snarled at me. "You hurt my protege." I woke up in the hospital to Ethan screaming in my face. "Do you have any idea what you did? You bruised Chloe's hand. It'll ruin her ability to handle tools for the award." I ignored him, grabbing my phone. The bomb countdown had 3 hours left. I shook him, screaming, begging. "It's only 3 hours, Ethan. You can defuse it in 10 minutes. Go save her. Please." He ripped his arm away, disgusted. "You want to see her that bad? Fine. You give Chloe a skin graft for her hand, no anesthetic, to keep the tissue viable. Then I'll go in an hour early." I held out my arms without a second thought. I'd have peeled every inch of skin off my body to save Mia. The pain was excruciating. I didn't scream. I stared at the clock, counting every second. When the doctors finished, I didn't even let them wrap my arms. I grabbed Ethan's sleeve, blood dripping onto his suit. Now, let's go save her. He wiped the blood off his arm like it was filth, sneering. Early intervention ruins her viral moment. You think I'm gonna make my protege look incompetent? You're so selfish, worrying only about your daughter instead of her career. He nodded to a nurse, who jammed a sedative into my neck. You need to calm down. You're being irrational. I blacked out to the sound of the bomb's final alarm blaring from my phone. Boom. I was gone. Ethan didn't grieve. 20 minutes after the explosion, he was on live national TV, arm around Chloe, grinning for the cameras. Chloe's quick thinking and expertise extended that timer. She's the hero here and my new official partner. Hashtag Bomb Squad Power Couple went viral overnight. Tabloids called them the it couple of law enforcement. Social media tore me apart. Ethan swore he'd never take a female trainee. Chloe's his exception? This slow burn is chef's kiss. His wife is so ungrateful. Chloe saved her daughter and she's still throwing shade. Toxic much. She's out here lying that Chloe shortened the timer? Grow up, stop being jealous of a young hero. Ethan let every lie spread. He let the world call my daughter's murder a successful rescue. When I got home with Mia's urn, a swarm of news crews surrounded me. Ethan grabbed my arm, shoving a microphone in my face. As the victim's mother, you should be thanking Chloe. She's the reason Mia made it out alive. I stared into the camera, laughing until I cried. Mia is dead. She doesn't need saving. She's gone. Ethan's face twisted with rage. He swatted the urn out of my hands. My daughter's ashes spilled across the marble floor, mixing with the dirt from the news crew's boots. I dropped to my knees, scrambling to gather the ashes with my raw, unbandaged hands. Mia had always hated being messy. Over my head, Ethan gave a gushing speech about Chloe's bravery while she cackled behind him. The news edited the footage that night. The clip of me on my knees gathering ashes was labeled, "Grateful Mother Bowing to Hero Chloe Blake." Chloe, a woman with no license, no certification, no formal training, was an overnight celebrity. A genius bomb prodigy. I commented one thing on the viral post, "Hope you two have a nice life together." Ethan slammed my phone into the wall, eyes black with rage. You think this is a joke? You don't even care about Mia. You're just using her to compete with Chloe. He checked his watch, scowling. We've still got an hour till we save her. You want to keep acting up, stay here. I'm not wasting time on you. He grabbed Chloe's hand and walked out. Right as the door closed, his second-in-command Agent Hale burst in, face white as a sheet. Boss, headquarters just called. There's a confirmed DOA from a warehouse explosion. They need you to issue a public apology. Ethan froze. What? There's no new active mission. What DOA? Chloe stepped in, fake tears in her eyes. Oh my God, Sienna, how could you? You filed a fake police report, risked Mia's life, just to ruin my award? That's evil. Ethan's hesitation vanished. He turned on me furious. You did this? You care more about winning an argument with me than our daughter's life. He grabbed the urn off the floor and dumped the rest of Mia's ashes into our backyard koi pond. I watched the fish nip at the gray dust, and my chest split open. You stay here and reflect on what you've done. I'm going to save our daughter. He left. I stood there, staring at the empty urn, and knew. He'd never hear me. He'd never believe me. That night, I found Mia's smartwatch in her backpack. The video on it broke me. It was Chloe. She'd taped Mia to the chair, leaning into the camera, voice cold and vicious. You little bitch. You and your mom are always in the way of me and Ethan. You die, I get the Rookie of the Year award, I get him. Win fucking win. Once you're gone, I'll take care of your mom too. You two can be together in hell. She'd been the kidnapper. The whole thing was her setup. And Ethan had been her perfect, willing puppet. I picked up the phone, hands shaking, and called the only person I could trust, my Uncle Ray. The best federal defense attorney on the East Coast, who'd retired to his Scottish estate 3 years prior, swearing he'd never step foot in a courtroom again. Uncle Ray, I said, my voice breaking. I don't want a settlement. I want them to burn. Meanwhile, Ethan handed Chloe his toolkit at the warehouse, grinning. You extended the timer last time. You get to do the final defusal. Go crazy. I've already locked in the Rookie of the Year award for you. He checked his watch every 10 seconds, climbing the stairs. 15 minutes left on the timer. More than enough time. But his chest felt tight, like something was very, very wrong. He burst into the room. It was empty. Nothing but dark, dried blood splattered across the concrete, stretching all the way to his boots. The press behind him went silent. This isn't possible. There's 15 minutes left. How could it have exploded? Chloe grabbed his arm, fake sobbing. It has to be Sienna. She took Mia, faked the blood, just to make me look bad. She's always hated me. Ethan believed her. For a minute. Then he tried to call me. Tried to call Mia's phone. Every call went straight to voicemail. His blood ran cold. Chloe tugged his arm, whining. We have to get to the awards gala. The ceremony starts in 10 minutes. They're giving me the award. For the first time, he didn't care about the award. He shook her off. My daughter is missing. You can stay here and get your stupid trophy if you want. I'm not. Chloe's face twisted. You said you loved me. You said I was the most important thing. If you leave, I'll kill myself. Ethan stared at her, cold. Go ahead. Right then, Hale burst through the gala doors, face ashen. Boss, I've been calling you for 20 minutes. The DOA from the warehouse. It's Mia. It's your daughter. The world collapsed around Ethan. That's impossible. The timer. I had 15 minutes left. Then he heard my voice, screaming at him, over and over, for days. You know what an hour means, Ethan. You'll regret this. He turned to Chloe, voice shaking with rage. You lied to me about the timer. Didn't you? Chloe stammered, lying through her teeth. It was the kidnapper. He tampered with it. I didn't do anything. It didn't matter. His daughter was dead, and it was his fault. He collapsed to the floor, sobbing, screaming Mia's name. The man who'd never shown weakness in his life, broken beyond repair. A week later, he got the court summons. I was suing him for negligent homicide, aiding uncertified operation, reckless endangerment, and wrongful death. For using our daughter as a training prop for his side chick. He didn't hire a lawyer. He didn't fight it. Then he got the UBS drive I'd sent him. The video from Mia's smartwatch. He watched it, and every ounce of color drained from his face. When Chloe showed up at the house, cooing about how she could fix this, he backhanded her so hard she flew across the room. You kidnapped my daughter. You killed her. You thought I'd choose you over my family. He dragged her to the secure basement he used to interrogate domestic terrorists, the one lined with gear he'd never let anyone but his team see. You're gonna feel every second of pain she felt. Every single one. He locked her down there for 10 days, until the trial. The day before the hearing, he showed up at Uncle Ray's estate. Ray opened the door and punched him so hard in the jaw he crumpled to the ground. You have no fucking right to be here. You killed her child. You don't get to beg for forgiveness. Ethan scrambled to his knees when I stepped out onto the porch, blood streaming down his chin, reeking of whiskey, gray streaks in his hair. Sienna, please. I'll do anything. I can't live with this. I can't live without you. I stared down at him cold. If you dropped dead right in front of me, I wouldn't blink. You're in hell? Good. You deserve to stay there for the rest of your life. You deserve to feel every bit of the pain Mia felt. He started hitting himself over and over, screaming apologies. I see her every night. She's begging me to save her, and I can't reach her. It's worse than dying. I threw the divorce papers in his face. You once swore you'd die for me, but you wouldn't even lift a finger to save our daughter. I don't want anything from you except to watch you rot in prison. We're done. I slammed the door in his face. On the day of the trial, Chloe was dragged into the courthouse by bailiffs. She was covered in bruises, her face swollen, her eyes wild with terror. She flinched when anyone got near her. Ethan didn't care. When she saw me, she snarled, spitting at my feet. You ruined my life. Your daughter was a brat who deserved to die. You and her should have burned together. I slapped her so hard the entire courthouse went silent. Losing Mia had turned every soft part of me to steel. I wasn't the quiet, forgiving wife anymore. I was her mother, and I was going to burn the world down for her. You think this is over? This is just the start of your hell. Ethan ran over to me, shoving Chloe to the ground. I never loved her, Sienna. I never will. It's always be. And you. Always. I stepped away from him, disgusted. Don't touch me. You make me sick. In the courtroom, Ethan pled guilty to every single charge. No defense. No excuses. Chloe snapped. Are you insane? You're throwing away your entire career. Your whole life. For her. Ethan lunged across the room, slamming his fist into her face. You killed my daughter. You deserve to rot in hell for the rest of your life. Guards dragged them apart. Uncle Ray stood up, laying out every piece of evidence, every video, every text, every broken protocol. Ethan Cole didn't just make a mistake. He chose a trophy over his daughter's life. He abused his power, he broke the law, and he helped a murderer become a celebrity. I ask this court to throw the book at both of them, and to grant my niece an immediate divorce. Ethan shot to his feet, screaming, No, I won't divorce her. Sienna is my wife. I won't let you take her from me. I stood up, voice sharp and clear. Ethan, shut up. You know exactly why I'm divorcing you. You killed our daughter. There's no coming back from that. He sat down, broken, sobbing. The gavel fell. Chloe Blake, life without parole, for first-degree murder, kidnapping, and domestic terrorism. Ethan Cole, 25 years in federal maximum security prison, stripped of all law enforcement credentials, banned from ever working in bomb disposal or law enforcement again. Our divorce was granted, effective immediately. As they led him out of the courtroom in handcuffs, he stared at me, his eyes red and broken. He mouthed 2 words. I couldn't read them. I didn't care to. Uncle Ray put his arm around my shoulders as we walked out into the sunlight. It's over, kiddo. I looked up at the sky, and for the first time since Mia was taken, I breathed. No, I said. It's just the start. What do you think Ethan mouthed to Sienna as he was led away? Drop your theories in the comments below.